Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel and we talk about it in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We're so happy to have you here today. And today we have to talk a little bit about Strangers Chapter 3 because they've released a new clip. And what it says about this franchise, about this final chapter, is worth talking about. So let's jump right into it. All right, so if you've been watching the Strangers remakes here, this whole chapter 1, chapter 2, now chapter 3 is getting ready to drop. And we've had a couple little clips, trailers, and stuff that have come out. But the one that they just released is worth talking about. If you haven't seen the first two movies or you've heard bad things about them, that's understandable. They are a bit divisive among fans, apparently. I looked at them as just something new to watch, and I found them to be amazing. Actually, not as good as the original Strangers, but then again, are you ever going to get something that is as good as the original version of whatever it is? Probably not. And we could point to a lot of different movies that have been remade. And oftentimes, it's said that they're not better than the originals. So here I'm going to pose a question to you guys. Are there any remakes that you liked better than the original films that they were based off of? Are there any that you just absolutely feel were extremely better than the original movie? And if so, what are they and why? Why do you feel this way? I want to hear from you guys. There are, of course, some that I do believe are better than the originals, but I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know about any of the movies that you think are better than any of the originals. With that being said, it's not a bad little trilogy of films. Well, the final one is coming out. So if you haven't watched the first two chapters, do that. Because the last chapter looks like it's going to be the most insane chapter yet. And when I say that it is just around the corner, I literally mean that this is just around the corner, friends. This is coming out on February 6th, 2026. So yes, just literally around the corner, we're going to see this movie released. And that's exciting in of itself. And they haven't done a lot of advertising for this. I don't feel that they've done a lot of advertising for this series at all. However, they have just released this clip. And this clip that they've released looks like it's a lot of fun. This new clip could actually have revealed a lot about the Strangers themselves. What do they do with the bodies? What is their motive? Because I know it's scarier if we don't necessarily know the motives, but it appears that in this one, they do benefit from the deaths that they cause. And that's kind of something to consider here. They're going to benefit from it. And the way that they're going to benefit from it may actually have been revealed in this clip. So what exactly is this clip? Let's talk about it a little bit, and then I'll give you my thoughts on why I think this is a game changer. So we get to watch as our final girl, Maya, watches them put a body into the wood chipper. And it's done in this slow, methodic way. With us watching them go into this place with this body, we get to see the truck pull into the woods. We get to see them going into this place to get to the wood chipper. And then once in, we get to see them put the body there while Mayo watches in shock. She is utterly shocked by everything that's happening. And she slowly is just watching them put this body through this wood chipper in such detail. And what's telling about this is that she actually ends up crying at one point looking at this. It's really cool. There's something that people aren't talking about. You see a bunch of valuables laying around, all kind of displayed, like they've been taking these from their victims. And granted, there's some weapons, there's all sorts of gruesome stuff, but these watches and these necklaces, these rings, and all this stuff that they have sitting there on display, I think says a lot more about the scene. So that's where we're going to start to break it down, because this is actually quite telling. If they are just robbers and they just enjoy killing, that's one thing. But I don't think that's the case here. I do think that over the years, they have actually started to benefit from it. And maybe as more people in the town have caught the crazy, because we still don't know how many people are actually in on this. We know that it's all a bit strange. Like there's a lot of people that are in on this entire thing. It hasn't yet answered the question how many people in the town know what's going on, how many are actually involved, and how many are just ignoring it. Because we do know that these people that are doing this are blended in with this town so much that, yes, they are part of the town, and the town just seems to ignore what they're doing. But why? Is the town benefiting from this? Are they taking these tourists and robbing them and then allowing these strangers to get rid of the body? Could that be how they're funding the town? I don't know exactly what they're trying to prove here, what they're trying to do, but this is definitely interesting because never before in the Strangers movies, not in the original ones, and not in our new trilogy of this remade Strangers universe, have we gotten to see this yet. Have we gotten to see just how everything could be linked together? And I do think that that is worth mentioning. And I don't see a lot of people talking about that. But I do know that this dropped just a few hours ago. This clip did. And I wanted to share it with you guys. But I think that that is very telling. In fact, I think that it does hint at a much bigger conspiracy within this town. Because if these guys have been doing this for that long, and they enjoy what they're doing, and they don't need all of this stuff, why are they keeping it? That's the thing. If they don't need it, why are they keeping it? So that's kind of the big thing that I've taken away from this clip, is that somehow someone is benefiting off all of this stuff that they are taking. All of this stuff that could be worth a lot of money. Someone is benefiting off of it. And the question is who? So is there some big bad that we just don't know about? Is that the case here? Is the entire town in on it? What is going on? Because something is definitely off with this group. Something that they're doing is benefiting someone. That's my theory about it anyway. And I want to hear all of your theories as well. Have you seen this clip yet? If not, check it out. And let me know what you're thinking about it. Take note of all the small details, because a lot of these small details are what actually gives a lot of the really cool stuff away. And once you've taken a look at all the small details, then let me know your theories. Do you think the entire town's in on it? Do you think someone else is benefiting, some big bad we haven't met yet? Or do you think that they just kind of collected and let it collect dust? Whatever you're thinking, there's no wrong answer. I just want to hear from each and every one of you. So make sure you're leaving me that comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends so that they can be a part of this conversation as well. And then if you like positive content in your feed and you want more of it, let the algorithm know by hitting that like button. If you like our content personally, yeah, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell right next to it so you never miss a single video we do. Because friends, at the end of the day, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.